The preliminary round of PMCO 2019 Fall Split was one of the most entertaining weekends in PUBG Mobile. 16 teams from around the world were trying to bag 3 spots at the PMCO Global Finals. At the end of 3 grueling days, all the teams that managed to make it to the next stage were from the SEA region. Mega Conquerors, Bigatron, and Orange Esports will be joining other pro teams from around the world in the next stage. Let's take a look at how these teams fared in the prelims. Starting at the 3rd spot, Orange Esports really had to work hard for it. By the time the last game was played, the first 2 teams had already secured a big enough point difference to secure their own slots. But Orange Esports had to fight off all the other teams that were gunning for that last PMCO spot. And they were not having an easy time at that. The competition was close as Orange struggled on the first 2 days. They only managed to secure all those points as they stepped up massively on day 3. They managed to snag 2 chicken dinner wins on the last day.
Eventually bleed out Leone into the 1 versus 2. This is going to be critical here for the chance if they want to try and do it. They need 2 chicken dinners in the remaining 2 games if they want a real chance. But they have it in this one at least. First online 24 goes for the spray.
Oh!
And he's going to get it. Orange Esports take it.
He clutched it 1v2. Orange Esports, Leon. What a Hail Mary. Who would have thought that actually happened? What a clutch.
And more specifically, in the last match of the day as well, with several points to go along with it. In the final game, Orange Esports found themselves at a disadvantage, so they ran for cover and hid behind the airdrop box and the tree, and stayed hidden, waiting for the 2 Indian teams of Synergy E and Insidious to fight it out. They struck in the end to steal the chicken dinner win, which got them the necessary points to scrape through.
How will they win this?
Survey with the AKM hipfire spray just whoof, whips it past him, takes down yet another player. Joker is down, and they're all spread up together as Joker is out. More kill points coming in for Survey as he's on to 5 kills. Can he try and make it 7 if he can finish off the rest of the players here from INS? Cartoons, Smokey as well gonna go down. My goodness, the spray is perfect. Cartoons is down as well. INS are out. Orange Esports versus Austin. My goodness, he's gonna get run over.
Oh!
Down he goes. Survey, the remaining player here. 1 versus 2. Let's see. He had such a strong performance versus the likes of INS, and he doesn't do it. Oh, he does.
Orange Esports has done it. They might be the one to qualify in the top 3. How is this possible? How?
So, okay.
Wait. We
Slow
have
this
to
one
wait.
down.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Bigatron had a slightly more dominant and fortunate run, as they finished in 2nd place with 4 chicken dinner wins and 271 points. It took them a little time to figure out and get used to the hang of things on the first day, but once they did, they posted big numbers. In Game 5, they went berserk, fragging out of their minds to get 23 kills and the chicken dinner on top of that, giving the team a massive 43-point boost.
How has he done that?
I mean, BTR 22 kills if they secure this kill on Tchaikovsky.
Oh, they spotted it.
Oh, which they absolutely will. A 43-point game, a massive win for BTR.
Oh my goodness me, Mega eat your heart out. New Kings of Sea. Huge performance coming in for Bigatron, to be expected from such a prestigious squad.
And I thought
However, adrenaline and momentum got the better of them as they became over-enthusiastic and went so aggressive that they failed pretty hard in Game 6. But after a few adjustments, they bounced right back in Game 7, getting the chicken dinner once again with several kills to advance their position on the leaderboards.
This be it, goes for it, not going to quite reach it. Jihoon doesn't go down just yet, as takes the fall as well, 1 versus 2.
Luxy now moving onto the tree. The Molotov between him and Jihoon will stop him from moving anywhere, but Jihoon is backed against the circle, and that'll be BTR taking the win.
Huge numbers of kills as well being racked up.
Bigatron had these spells of inconsistency throughout the remaining 2 days. While they did manage to put up some decent performances in select few games, getting a healthy amount of kills along with placement points that mattered, they fell flat in many others and were the first team to be wiped off the map. This team, however, showed us some impressive clutch moments when the members of the team stepped up individually in times of crisis to save them. They managed to get 2 more chicken dinners. One of them in Game 11 on the 2nd day.
So small here as Zaxi comes up close to Uzi,
Whoa.
takes down Levi. Could be more here coming out from Red. It's just going to be caught in the crossfire and the crosshair of that micro. Uzi so good up close. but eventually going to be taken down. Netoso trying to see if he can trade back a few kills for Red Kenned, as it seems like he's trying to work out where the hell they're all coming from. And just like that, Bigatron take it again on Vikendi.
Well, they're kings of Vikendi for a reason here. 2 chicken dinners from the map of Vikendi. They stormed their way through, they destroyed everyone.
And the other one in the first game of day 3, starting off the day well.
And Bigatron, Tempo Storm eliminated. 18 points for them. A very good performance. But Pons trying to hold it down. Into the blue he goes. Out wide, takes one. But he isn't going to be able to do too much more. Bigatron get the chicken dinner.
Huge plays from Bigatron and Mega once again.
They had a total of 4 chicken dinner wins and plenty of kill points. But it's because of those inconsistencies that they fell short of the first place. However, the true champions of the Prelims showed us a whole new level of domination. The first place was claimed by Mega Conquerors. Oh, and they lived up to their name, conquering the whole tournament with such a massive lead of 323 points. They walked into the tournament full of fury and wrath as they won 2 chicken dinners back to back at the very start of the tournament.
Hands could be devastating.
This
Stone
could be
goes
big.
out wide. Should hear the footsteps here. Going out into it, looks for the spray, but no, he gets taken down. Stone closes it up. Mega take the chicken dinner.
Mega from SEA. We know how strong this.
Chicken dinner, one after the other, lining them up, knocking them down. Up on the top of the rock, will claim 1. And it's now 1 versus 3. That's all she wrote, my friends. Mega, double it up.
Excellent game from Mega there.
That was one hell of an opening statement, establishing dominance as soon as the tournament began. All their games were marked with shrewd sense of tactics, coupled with an uncontestable raw firepower, as they had over 10 kills in multiple games and almost always had decent placement points too. They further boosted their lead when they went on a killing frenzy on day 2, as once again, they clinched 2 chicken dinners back to back in games 9 and 10.
He's just going to tick away. He needs to start the healing as soon as he can. And unfortunately for him, I don't think he's going to be able to survive this. He's got the full boost if he's going to get it. No.
Oh, too late.
No, it's not. Mega with the 23. They bring it even on the record. Unfortunately denied by...
Like vultures around a corpse, trying to find where Levi is. He may actually go down to the play zone here as well, not give away more kill points. And yes, it's going to be yet another win for Mega. 9 kills in that game. Again, they get the first place placements in terms of placement points.
The 9th game was also the one where Stoned and Pawns from Mega Conquerors turned into the PUBG Mobile manifestations of the Grim Reaper, racking up 23 kills in the game to skyrocket ahead of everyone else. They followed up by showing us how tactically prepared they were by using utility brilliantly in game 10.
Alex, I have no idea. It's going to be Hoo-Ha. The circle is closing in. Everybody needs to push in here now. And the Molotov. Ooh, burn. Oh, ow. Ow. Ow.
And the grenade. Oh my goodness, it's perfect.
Oh. Ouch.
Mega Conquerors showed the world that they are a class apart. With such great performance in the Prelims, this team will have a lot of eyeballs on them during the global finals. Well, those were the 3 teams that have successfully claimed spot in the global finals and will be fighting against the teams that have directly qualified from their respective regions. A few honorable mentions to the other teams in the Prelims who did a pretty good job. Tempo Storm was sitting on the 3rd place for quite some time. Orange Rock needed a Herculean performance and a little help from INS and Synergy E to overthrow Tempo Storm to steal the 3rd place. And when it came to Indian teams, Team IND was having a pretty rough time, especially since they struggled on the first day. But they recovered later by winning 2 games on the last day. Unfortunately, yet it wasn't enough to put them through and they finished 8th. Synergy E seemed a bit out of sync. Even though the very first game on day 1 was pretty good for them, they lost their footing, getting poor points all throughout the tournament, only to step up again in the very last game of the 3rd day, with Survey picking up 5 kills all by himself. Either way, it was too little and too late for them. INS had some really stylish and flashy plays, but unfortunately couldn't get a great placement due to some unlucky circumstances. Either way, they had a pretty good performance and they should be happy with it. The global finals begin soon after this, and we can't wait to see how these Prelim participants fare on the main stage. Who do you think is going to be crowned the champion of the PMCO 2019 Fall Split Global Finals? Subscribe to AFP Gaming for daily recaps.